Hi, guys. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show. Eric was just giving a really sweet compliment to Damon.
I was.
Press the record button. So we have the newlyweds up here, Tom and Tom's new bride, and he's playing with some wedding gifts.
Nice. Jay. Round of applause for the newlyweds.
Congratulations.
Come on.
Thank you.
We've got Jay in Temecula. We got Damon close to Detroit, but not quite, in Dearborn. Brian somewhere in PA, and Eric somewhere in Massachusetts.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Woolburg, yeah.
Okay, trivia question, because this is driving me absolutely nuts. Got a song in my head, and I thought maybe somebody here could help me out what it was. I haven't heard the song in years. It's an R&B slow jam, and the only thing I can remember is the end of it. And the guy keeps repeating, "I'm going to take care of everything. I'm going to take care of you." What song is it?
Not ringing a bell. It's not my strong suit.
Can you hum a few bars?
I don't sing. It's like an R&B track though. It's not.
You're not
like
talking about "Whip Appeal" by Babyface, are you?
No, it's older than that. I think.
No.
It's like a soul track. I'll figure it out later. If you know in the comment section, let us know. I'll figure it out eventually, because that's what I do.
What were the lyrics?
I'm going to take care of everything. I'm going to take care of you. Go ahead and Google it. See if that comes up.
I'm not even going to.
No, go ahead. I have no idea who it is.
I have no access to Google right here. But anyway.
Not on a computer, you wouldn't have that. Of course not. So
I'm watching you guys here. Yeah.
I saw a very interesting post today that I thought I would get everybody's feedback on. I'd like positive feedback on this if possible. But somebody had said that for about 3 years now, they've tried something different at their events. And the different thing they've tried is, instead of using a playlist for the event, they're going off the cuff. And how they're enjoying weddings more and DJing more, that they're doing this. I thought, playlist? Is this a common thing where DJs are using playlists? And then I got thinking about some of these services that you can buy playlists from that kind of tell you what to play. Is that common?
No.
Wait, so you're asking if it's common that we buy a playlist or create?
No, I'm just saying, is it common to have a playlist for a wedding?
Every single wedding I've ever done in 27 years, I've had a playlist.
Really?
Every single wedding. And the playlist is, I give every client an account.
Yeah.
And they can pick must have, play if possible, and they can specify this is for cocktail, this is the first dance. I always have a playlist. And I say to them every time, your playlist should be an outline of the things you enjoy,
right?
But don't expect to hear every song. So if you give me a 3-4 hour playlist, I'm telling you now, you will not hear everything. So give me 10 or 15 must have, got to hear that night songs, and let me fill in the gaps. And that's how it's always worked for me.
I think that's pretty common. I think most of us want to know what the client's personality is, right?
Yeah.
You can wing it. I'm sure we've all had that couple that was at a wedding and then hire you and go, you did Brian and Blanca's wedding. You were amazing. We're going to give you our first dance, father, son, mother, son, and that's it. And a couple of no songs, and you just do what you do. We trust you. And those are the toughest weddings to do because you don't have any guidance in the way of, but they also can be the most freeing weddings. But yeah, I would say any professional DJ doing an event, if they haven't requested some information musically from their couple, I think they're negligent in their approach.
I think that's different than a playlist, though. Damon, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to kind of echo off what Jay was saying. I asked for at least 10 to 15 songs.
Yeah.
Just give me 10 to 15 songs to fill you out. But yeah, there's sometimes I do freestyle at a wedding. I mean, I've had that, I didn't know what they wanted. Mm-hmm. But I know a couple of fast songs that I know always works. But if I see them wearing cowboy boots and hats, I know I can't go that way. I got to go another route.
Right.
So I don't really have a set playlist, but just give me 10, 15 songs and then I can figure it out from there, from the bride and groom.
Eric, what do you say?
Well, much like Jay said, you gotta ask your client. You gotta have them give you suggestions for what they want played. I get it. However, us as the DJ also has to look around the room and kind of do our own thing to fulfill all their guests, musically.
Yeah, right.
Which sounds easier said than done, in most cases.
Of course, always. Yeah.
Right. I don't have a set playlist other than when I asked the bride and groom. And I'm assuming we're talking about a wedding here.
Yeah,
right?
for instance. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would give me 10 must plays and 5 do not plays.
Yeah.
And the rest is up to me as the DJ to look around, actually take requests, and do what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I got. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Brian, you got any?
I don't.
Well, Jay always has input, but Brian, do you have any?
No. I'm going to wait till Brian because I don't think we're all using playlists appropriately.
I don't believe so either.
Wait. Yeah, no. In fact, I know.
I thought we'd go around the room and let everybody get a chance before.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I was supposed to have a wedding this coming Saturday, but they canceled a couple weeks ago, and they booked me almost a year in advance.
Okay.
And then all of our conversations were through text and emails. And I met with the couple around a month ago, and they basically had no list at all.
Okay.
In a year. So they gave me the couple song and a groom and her mother song. And that's basically all I had to go with. So I had nothing. But meeting with them, I discussed songs and ideas, what they liked and disliked. And I got some kind of figuring what I was going to be playing, but I wish they gave me a couple songs.
Right.
But I'm glad they actually canceled the wedding, too, because I don't think they were ready.
Gotcha. No, it happens.
Yeah,
you don't want to be marriage counselors, but hey, sometimes.
You had to have a whole year to...
A couple counselors.
Get something together, and they didn't do anything in a year.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Usually, it's kind of the same thing you guys are all doing. I'll ask a client to give me, up to a dozen must plays. And if you tell me that you like NSYNC, I don't need to know you also like Backstreet Boys. Because I get it. You like boy band stuff in the 90s. And so give me an idea of what you want, and I want your personnel to be a part of this. But, I'm playing usually for at least 4 hours of open dancing at my events. There's plenty of time to film. There's plenty of directions where you can go, so I'm kind of playing off the audience and playing what I feel like might motivate the crowd. But I don't consider those 12 must-play songs and any other additional songs that they want for any kind of specialty dances a playlist. I think that is just some direction for the event. When I say playlist, and when this person was suggesting playlist, I'm imagining literally like a program list of music that they're going to play that's going to fill their time, opposed to kind of, as we say, reading the crowd and playing to them as we go.
Right.
And it was just surprising to me to even imagine that a DJ might know exactly what they're going to play at an event before they show up at an event. That's weird to me. That was kind of odd.
It's impossible. I think that's impossible.
Well, but there are clients who, give you a lot of requests and you got to kind of make it happen, I guess. That does happen. But I encourage them to not do that. I encourage them to just give me an idea and I'll play off of those ideas. I like ideas.
Yeah.
But Jay, you were going to say.
No, when I get a playlist, I'm getting things like this that, are giving me must plays, play if possibles, things like that.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm also getting 20, 30, must play tracks. Or I'm getting, can you do this? Can you do that? That was standard. And my attitude was, hey, this gives me a good idea of what you're into.
Yeah.
But before we get to the wedding, you need to understand, if you want me to play every song on your list, I'm the wrong DJ. Then I'm not doing my job. That's a jukebox.
Sure.
And that's not what I do. I read the crowd.
That's the key word. Keyword right there, Jay.
It's very similar. Yeah.
So I consider that a playlist, in that it is music on a list that might get played. The problem today is, 99% of my clients, when they hire me, I give them a music account and they're very thankful and happy. Oh, I can make a list. Please, this is for my friend Brian S. Red. Can you dedicate it to him? Sure. I already know this. They don't have to remind me. It's in the notes. The problem today is, hey, do you want us to send you our Spotify list that we made for the wedding with 185 songs?
That you can't play.
That I go through it and go, okay, how do you want to approach this? What do you mean? If you just want Spotify played, again, I'm the wrong DJ. But if you want to use this as a vibe, if you want me to look at this and go, okay, I know who this couple is, let's go, then we're good to go. So it's a discussion. I think you have to be clear about your talent and skill set.
Yeah.
But also, you know what? I had some weird requests at my wedding, and if my DJ had said, yeah, I'm not going to play all that stuff, I would have just hired another DJ.
Well, let me just say,
because I paid him. So
I got a couple things on my mind before you go further, and I'm not cutting you off. I need to respond.
It's all good. I just want to make sure that it wasn't a confusion on the playlist level.
No, right? Yeah, playlists. What I'm talking about is literally, this is a list of songs I will be playing, and it starts at this time and it ends at this time.
Oh no.
That's what I'm talking about when I say playlist.
Yeah.
The other thing. Okay, one question for you.
Yeah.
Specifically, how long do you typically do open dancing?
7 to 9 hours.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
Hours.
No.
Well, the wedding I have next week is, right now, their schedule is they hit the dance floor at 7:15. The event ends at 10:30. So that'll be a 3.25 hour dancing.
Okay.
So I would say
typical?
Typical is 2.5. I would say the sweet spot at a wedding for me is 2.5. Now, it's less about what I can do and more about post-COVID. The majority of my weddings are outside. And as I was saying, when you were in the bathroom, we have a noise ordinance of 10 p.m.
Everybody does.
This is at a venue.
Yeah.
Right. But this is at a venue that likes to go till 10:30, 11:30. And what I will do is I will just, again, reiterate this fact in my email saying, hey, you know what, I think they only have me till 10, or the noise variance. It's okay. They don't mind. I promise you, I will redline everything at 10:01. I will send out a bat signal to the local authorities to come and bust that.
So I'm
saying it now.
Complaint on the record.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
They don't want that. They get 2 and they're done.
Right, exactly. No,
I mean,
my weddings out here, they all end 10 or 11. They all start 4
Jay,
or
the
5.
venue
6 hours.
closer.
I'm just laughing at Jay saying that. Talking about I'm gonna redline everything. I can see him going to the back of his subs now.
Oh,
they're not even on, but I'm turning them all the way up right now.
Yeah. This might be where the 18 shows up under the table. Where's all that bass coming from? I know, it's crazy. No, it's,
No, but you play shorter events than
most DJs anywhere in the world, apparently. Yeah, I do.
No,
my
you're all
events are 5 to
outdoors.
6
You
hours.
live in Southern California.
The majority of my events run 5 to 7 hours. That's for everything. Ceremony, cocktail, dinner. Yeah.
Dancing is 2.5, 3.5 hours.
Right. And a lot of that is based on the family don't know each other. I know in the Midwest, a lot of families are very, into each. I know that's why weddings last long.
I know we're flyover, but just be nice, California, Boston, be nice to us. So, I guess the point I was trying to get across is for you to play, let's say, 60 songs would be a lot tougher than for me to play 60 songs because you have less time to do it.
Right. And I don't,
as far as
quick mix,
specific requests go. Yeah.
I'm probably doing 50-ish. That's 2.5 hours, about 50. I'm doing roughly 3 minutes a track is kind of my sweet spot.
Yeah.
So you figure 20 an hour,
Right, and that's what I was getting
really
at. So
quick.
Yeah, that would be.
I wanted to
like,
clarify that going
3
forward
hours.
with any statements that are made.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But no, I do personally, just to throw it out there, and then I'll open the floor to anybody else who wants to speak. Yeah, I want those must-play songs with the asterisks on them, just to give me an idea of what the vibe is. And I welcome any of the requests they send me, but they're not a guarantee.
Yes.
I'll make sure those 12 are played. Everything else is a suggestion, and I'll work it in if it works. And I'll look at it, and I'll consider it. If it's the right thing to do, it's going to get played. If it's not, it's not going to get played. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and again, I think like with any request, if they come up and say Barry Manilow Mandy, as great of a song as it might be, if you're in the middle of doing a screamo, emo dance set and everyone's flipping out on Blink 182 and Panic, really wouldn't be the right time. And I think most people have come to understand that line. Hey, this is a great request, but as you can see, I've got a full dance floor. This isn't the time. I always kind of hope that's when they come back with, well, I want to hear it now. Because you just open the police backseat door to where I get to put you in and shut the door. Because the next thing out of my mouth is, you know what, I just realized I don't have that song. And you're going to want to take them downtown to precinct 14, full body search, and please leave my Malinois in the back seat with them.
What I kind of wanted to roll this into is just the concept of there are DJs out there that do exist who work off of a playlist, a
100%.
set playlist from start to finish. It might be a foreign concept to anybody in this room, but it exists. These people exist, these DJs exist, and this is a practice that does indeed happen. So, with that in mind, if you are a DJ who has been using a playlist at your events, and you've pre-planned all your mixes, all your everything throughout the evening, and you want to get into a more spontaneous kind of read the room kind of DJing, is there any advice that anybody in here might give those DJs who would like to take that leap?
Well, can I?
Yes, of course.
With this, I do have. It's called DJ Eric playlist. And these are songs that I know that will get everybody going.
Yeah, sure.
But however, that's not going to fill 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
These are just ones that I know if you're in a
smart
rush.
bombs.
Okay. Right. I
got a feeling Black Eyed Peas.
And go. Right. Bang.
Yeah.
However, I do, just like you guys in here, work on requests. Sometimes when I get ready to go, somebody will request something, and now I got 30 seconds, like, yeah, that's going to go better. And I'll play it,
Yeah.
I have a wedding in 2 weeks, and on my form that she's going to send back to me, now she hired me 8 months ago, believe it or not, whatever. Could have been longer. And I'm waiting for this form to come back. And I text her today, and I'm like, do you have this form ready? She goes, no, I'm still working on the music because I have a sheet at the end of my form. Music request. She thought she had to fill the whole 4.5, 5 hours of music.
Yeah. I've had that
Goes,
before.
no. Yeah. And I'm like, no, sweetheart. This is,
Politically correct. It's, perfectly acceptable
Right.
to call a woman sweetheart or a guy or whatever.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I'm just saying, look, this is just.
Listen, honey, you don't got to do it like that.
Hey, Gloria Steinem's on the phone, guys. Sorry, I got to take this call.
Hey, sweet cheeks, try it like this.
No. But all I explained to her, no, this last page was must plays and do not plays, period. She goes, oh my God, I'll have it to you tomorrow.
I'll interject this real quick, and it's something I stopped doing, and just because you mentioned it, you'd mentioned it before, and I wanted to respond to it. You'd mentioned you asked for don't plays, and I understand that don't plays are a good thing to know. Like, let's say it's the second marriage for somebody, they don't want a song.
Correct.
Anything played that has any kind of negative
connection.
memory attached to it. They don't want to hear it.
Right.
But I think that's the question. Is there anything that I should avoid playing for any reason at all? Because
It's
it
a
might
great
bring up a
question.
bad memory or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's a question, not an answerable one by us.
No, it's not.
Right.
But the reason I say that is because I've had situations before where there have been forums that say must plays and do not plays, and the do not plays are vast.
Yes.
And it's like, why are all these songs on here? Well, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
put some stuff down. Well, do you
Well,
like
that-
these songs? Well, I like that one, but I don't know. I just wrote some stuff.
I see this a lot on social media, and I see a lot of the younger, newer to the game DJs that are in that, cool click group at the lunch table in the corner. And I notice that they all make fun of the DJs that are still playing, crap like Bruno Mars.
Oh my God.
Big one. Like, dude, I haven't played Bruno Mars in years. Like, I wouldn't even consider doing an event with Bruno Mars.
Oh,
You know
please.
what?
Yeah.
I've had a couple brides come to me and hit no Black Eyed Peas, no Bruno Mars, no Taylor Swift, no this, no, like complete groups. And that's always a fun conversation because the conversation starts with, so do you do a lot of weddings as a guest? No. Because what you've picked here on your no list are the biggest dance hits on the planet Earth, including Cupid Shuffle and Cha-Cha Slide. I'm curious, are any of these, I have 3 categories: play, do not play, and the saving one, do not play unless requested. And what that means is, if a guest comes over and says, oh man, can you play I Got a Feeling? It gets played if it's
Right.
on the do not play list until request. And I find the majority of my clients, and I will give you credit, Brian, this is one of your things, I have said to them, ceremonies for you. You do your photos, cocktail hours for the guests, dinners for all of you, but the party's for your guests. If you think the reception
Thank
part
you for your
is
guests
just,
for attending. Yeah.
just for you,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't have invited anyone and just had me play the hits.
Yeah, you got everything else. Give them something.
This is their
Right.
time, and what they will remember is, oh my God, I've never danced so much. If you want to be the purveyor of great music and convince me that they're all dark wave fans, and when they roll in, and I get a laugh out of every couple, I go, I asked you how old your guests are. You told me 20 to 40. I promise you the first 10 people I see are going to be 70 or 80 years old. And they'll laugh and go, well, yeah, we do have some older folks. I'm like, guys, I'm there to play to everyone.
Yeah.
My goal is to get the oldest person in the room to dance when the youngest one dances.
Right.
And I think it's our job to educate our clients. This isn't a popularity contest.
Well,
this
look.
isn't, if you play the Macarena at my wedding, I won't look good as a bride. No, you'll create a memory with 100 people that will walk away going, I had a blast.
Let me just
Right.
clarify a couple things. So, when it comes to, like you said, Cupid Shuffle and Uptown Funk and songs like that, I usually treat those as when requested because someone typically will request it. So I just
Right.
want that to happen. But I also do want to just clarify something. And I think it's important for us to remember as DJs. When a client comes to you and they don't want you to play any of those party starter songs that are in your arsenal to get people up to dance, line
Right.
dances, Bruno Mars, Miley Cyrus. I mean, we can just go down the line. Any song that would get somebody up and dance that people know it's in the lexicon, if it's on the list, ask yourself this. Do they really not like these songs? Or are they trying to say to you, we've been to a whole bunch of weddings and we always hear these songs and we want something different?
No, that's
Yeah,
exactly what they're doing.
That's correct.
No, it's
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They think, and this is the lack of education, they think that in order for them to be cool and stand out, they can't follow trends that work.
Right.
And what I end up having to explain to them is, no, it's quite the opposite. because the memory people walk away with was, did you have fun? No one has ever left a wedding, and later on, I've talked to a bride and groom, and I speak to most of them after the wedding, said, yeah, our guests told us they had a blast. It was the best one they ever went to. A lot of them did comment that they wish you hadn't played Staying Alive. It's never happened, nor is it ever. It's never gonna happen.
You just ruined the night for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's
And you know what else has never, ever, 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 ever been said by a guest from one of my weddings? Ever. You were great. You just weren't loud enough.
Yeah. Well, that's another show.
Well, no, that is another show.
yeah,
But,
another show.
Yeah.
but I have to, when I explain to brides and grooms, it's always such an eye opener for them to realize, like, oh, thank you so much for educating us. Thank you so much for letting us know that your only goal is that we have a blast and we have fun. Yes, I love the challenge of, I see you guys are huge emo fans. I can't wait to dance in between these songs and play this. And I can't wait to play Jimmy Eat World after I play that and I play this. And then I'm going to do Panic. And then I'm going to do, Fall Out Boy. And then I'm going to do Staying Alive. And they look at me like, oh my God, that sounds like such a blast. Yes, it does. That's going to be your wedding. And that's what people remember.
I'll share this with you. There have been a lot of events that I've done where I've had extensive do not play lists, where they specifically say, we don't want any line dances at our weddings. We don't want any of those cheesy songs. They just leave it at that, It's like,
No
fine.
Cotton Eye Joe.
No, well, right, whatever. So,
Yeah.
Here's my approach, and it's worked so many times, and it's worked exactly like this so many times that says to me, it's kind of like when you test a theory, if you keep getting the same result over and over again, I guess this is the conclusion. I'll come into an event and I will give them something so uniquely them, with the songs they've asked for, without the songs they haven't asked for. And I'll get a result because I'll pull from things that maybe they weren't thinking of and play the songs they were thinking of, but somehow get a good result from it at any rate. I'll do that for like an hour and a half. It seems like every time the client will come up to me and say, thank you, that was amazing. And we've still got 2.5 hours to go. But they're saying it like I'm done. Yeah. Thank you, that was amazing. That's exactly what we wanted.
Started, babe. Yeah.
And you, like, well, we still got time. Yeah, I know, but you did exactly what we asked you to do. Now do whatever you got to do for the rest of the night. So what they're saying,
You earn them. Yeah.
It's possible. We got the wedding that we'd never seen before for an hour and a half. And I think that we're smart enough to know that they want to hear the Cupid Shuffle. So go ahead and play now. It's what they're essentially saying.
So they hand and go over to you like you earned our trust. Right?
Yeah, and I've had people come up to me, like wedding parties come up to me, grooms, brides, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Hey, can you play the Macarena? I'm like, you said no line. It's like, yeah, but it's 11 o'clock and we want to have fun. So, I mean, every client's different. I understand that, but I don't know that we should take this at face value. We should always take it as an insult. It's a bit of a challenge. And sometimes those they're usually early, real custom wedding things that they want are short-lived. They get what they want, they're happy, and then they can move on. And I will also just say this. If you are a DJ and you want to play something that you think is going to work, you're not positive it's going to work, but you think it's going to work, look, there's no great reward without great risk. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
Absolutely.
Now, could you fall on your face? Yeah, but you know what? It's a song. And I know your ego's saying, oh my God, but you can recover from that. However, it could be just perfect. Your intuition may serve you well, and it could be a great song. Right, Damon?
Yeah.
You've been there.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Many times.
I think we all have.
Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
No, I want you to go.
Okay.
I can't wait.
No, I was just going to, how you were saying about your do not playlist and how you tell the bride and always tell the bride and groom this. You're going to have a group of people that come to your wedding, and that's the only time they go out and have fun at a wedding.
Right.
So these songs that you are asking not to play are the songs they want to hear because they only go out twice a summer, or twice a year, whatever, and dance at a wedding. So I just let them know. I try to steer away from it as long as I could, but I'll still get them in there.
Yeah.
You know, and go that route. That's what I always do.
The example I've given is, Aunt Betty from Kalamazoo, Michigan. She took off a few days from her job as a librarian. She got a plane ticket. She got a cat sitter. She's got a hotel. She bought a dress. She spent like $1,500 on a wedding gift for you. And all this lady wants to hear is the electric slide. And you're going to tell her no?
Yeah.
Play it.
I mean, give her the song. She's got time and money invested in you. And she's happy to be here. It's the first wedding she's been to in 15 years. And she just wants to do the damn electric slide. You're going to tell her no? Come on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly. And when she was sending you money for your accidentals while you were at college,
Yeah, right.
No, now.
I don't know about all that, but yeah.
Hey, it happens.
It happens. It absolutely does.
So let Aunt Betty have this moment.
Yeah.
I think there's a fine line where we need to realize we obviously know a lot more than the client, but I think, and having gotten married myself, I learned a very valuable lesson about the process. And I think I've told this, and if I haven't, I'll tell it quickly. I remember coming to my wife. She had looked at a venue. I'd worked that venue as a DJ, and I said, yeah, I actually like that room. They've got a separate room downstairs. This will be kind of cool. I then came back to her a week later, and I said, hey, good news. She's like, what? I said, I've hired the cake, the florist, the violins for the ceremony, and the cocktail hour, and the DJ, and I found a bar. And after 30 minutes of her crying and out of control and all that, I realized, oh, I'm not supposed to take this away from her. Nope. And I think the same is true as a DJ talking to a bride and groom about music. They are so nervous, and if they do this the right way, they're doing it once. So the margin of error is so tight that we have to respect that they come to us and speak our language of music by saying, here's all the stuff you have to play. And then it's our job to filter it down a little bit and explain how the day is going to go, but give them. And what's worked for me forever is, do you have a vibe for cocktail? You won't be there anyway. We won't? No, you'll be doing photos. So think about your guests' wants and dislikes and all that for cocktail. Maybe yacht rock, maybe jazz, maybe whatever.
Yeah.
I said, I really want to focus on you guys for dinner, though. What do you mean? If you're into Buckethead, I want to play all Buckethead during dinner because they're not paying attention during dinner. You are. I want you to hear your music and look at your group of people.
If you guys are loop, I guess.
If you guys are playing loud enough that dinner music is a thing, well, that's on you, not on me. My style is the music of dinner is always eclectic. It's either a soundtrack, it's a style, it's something. And it gives them that sense of, wow, he listened to us and we're happy. And I tell them one of the secrets, which is if your guests all look up at the two of you alone at the table and you're smiling the whole time because you love this song or you're waving or you're giving me a thumbs up or whatever, that goes so much further in the guests being happy and wanting to celebrate even more with you. Once we get to the dance floor, let's make sure we have tracks that you can drag the groom out to because he's over smoking cigars, doing shots with the boys. But other than that, give me a breakdown of the group and let's make sure it's music they know. It's not a time for me to go, oh, you guys don't know the new trap remix of this old AC/DC track? Oh, that's too bad. It's really good.
I tell you what, Jay, why don't you riff for a minute? I'm going to try to figure out my dog's barking uncontrollably in the backyard and no one else is doing anything about it. I'll be right.
Okay, and I'll keep going.
You
really?
Pass it around a little bit.
No, I'll host. Yeah. No, but I think it's essential as a DJ that you understand, you're the music curator, but you're also the one that has to unlock the door sometimes and let people come in and say, hey, this is your event. What are you into? Yeah, what I'm in, I don't know about you guys, but I love this. What I'm into, you can't dance to. Perfect. Let's play it for dinner. well, I'm really into like kind of prog and this and that. Perfect. How's this? Oh my God, I love that. Great. And if you didn't know this, if you can get the groom on board, you win. The bride's already there. The bride is happy.
Yeah.
She's going to dance. She's going to request music.
The groom's the hottest one to get aboard, though.
100%.
Yeah.
So you have to find out. When I mentioned Buckethead earlier, I did a wedding about 3-4 years ago, and the groom was really into Buckethead. And they had met with 2 DJs, and they met with me. And to test me, the bride goes, well, my fiance really likes Buckethead. I'm like, oh, yeah, I produced a show with Brian when he put out Coma on Higher Octave, and this and this and this. And you could hear him melting on the phone. He's like, oh, you serious? I'm like, yeah. So during dinner, I had played a couple of Coma tracks. And he went to the bathroom, and I went to the bride, and I said, hey, I see how happy he is. She's like, you have no idea how happy he is. I said, I'm going to come back in a little while and just tell him that these are your requests because you heard him in his truck. Because she said, all he plays in his truck is this Buckethead. So I'm going to lie and tell him, hey, look at Ashley. She picked all the music for dinner. And he literally started crying when I told him. And she just looked at me like, and she came over afterwards and gave me this big hug. She's like, I don't even know what just happened. I said, your husband is grateful that when he plays Buckethead in the truck, you listened. Now, of course, you're married, and now you can tell him to turn that crap off. See?
Well, let me be the person in this room to say, I don't know who Buckethead is.
You know what? Most of you won't know because he's an instrumental guitarist.
Yeah, I know exactly.
No, it's not even that. No, and that would make sense.
That's Bucketheads.
He's an instrumental guitarist. His most public thing, he was the lead guitarist when Slash and Izzy and Gilby left.
Here he goes.
Joe Bonamassa, 5-year guitar player for Guns N' Roses.
That's very interesting. So, Damon, you said something earlier that I thought was
I'll
really
tell you
good.
now, if it ever comes up, it's a $1 million question.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy here.
No.
You had said, if you go into a venue and you see boots, you know to do something. You look for visual cues.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
What kind of visual cues do you look for without getting ourselves in trouble?
No.
When he walks through the parking lot, if he sees a lot of Ultimas.
We're profiling people. How do you do that? Yeah, essentially what we're doing.
Jed Holiday.
It goes to reading the crowd. I mean,
yeah.
If you see everybody coming in, cowboy boots, buckles, belt buckles and stuff like that, you know which way you need to lean towards the music.
Gay pride.
Unless they're Mexican. If they're Mexican walking in with that stuff, you go a different direction.
True.
You got to go Latin, don't you? Nothing happens. Whatever you say, Damon, Brian's going to go Latin on it. So just give him something good. I can't wait to hear this.
But if they're black, you play Gap Band.
But at the same time, the Latin boots, cowboy boots, are a little bit different than
curly toes.
They curl up a little bit more.
Then you got to play Akon and David Guetta. Yeah, I know.
They're dressed more like the 1930s, 1940s Grand Ole Opry cowboys. They're not dressed like the boot scooting cowboys. Yeah, it's a different vibe.
I just look for musicals and how people are dressing can give me an idea on which way I'm kind of going a little bit. So if I see somebody walking in Doc Martens, I know.
You know Jay's there.
It's the only thing I've ever worn to a wedding is Doc Martens.
I know which way I need to go,
They're probably DJs.
I always look for the young table of attractive young people, couples, and I try to imagine what they might like. I might even go up to them and find out what they like and play to them. Play something they like to get them onto the dance floor because I don't know. It seems to me like no matter how old you are, you want to follow the cool kids. Mm-hmm. If the cool kids are doing it, everybody wants to do it. The trendsetters.
Yes.
So if you can get them out, other people might come out and join them. That's one trick that I use to kind of read the room.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any? Huh? Anybody else got any read the room tricks?
I do. You know what? I think, honestly, I've always been a fan of going old new. And I say this to every couple. Yeah. I go old new. So if I'm doing Staying Alive, I'm going to mix it into Bruno Mars. because the game is, to me, is for them to understand something. And I love on Facebook, I get a lot of these because I like them, so they show up in my feed. It'll be a shot of like a 72, Cutlass or something, or Mustang or whatever. Not a Mustang because they were crap back then.
Where are you going with this?
You'll see. And it'll be covered.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
It'll have all these young girls in like denim shorts and halter tops sitting there having a cigarette, whatever. And it will say, seriously, your grandmother was so cool back in the day. Because again, you're going forward 50 years. So if these girls were like, 21, they're now 71. And my point is, when I get
not
that,
happy about that.
well, this is the fun part. When I get the young 20-somethings that go, yeah, there'll be some old people like, my grandmother, she's like 70.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm just like, you have no idea what she was doing in the club back in the mid-70s.
Well, everybody's different. I mean,
Well, yeah, no, they weren't that different. I'm just saying, there is a genre of music that I know they'll appreciate. So I think one of the best memories you can have at any event is when a loved one who is older is suddenly in the party. You can say, oh, play Swears Later, do this, we're going to rock, we're going to, get crunk, we're going to do this, we're going to get ratchet. That's all well and good. But when I can get a grandmother, grandfather out on the dance floor and a bride and groom at the same time, the look in their eyes tells me that's one of the memories that's never going to leave them. So
Eric.
I think that's part of reading the room is getting that crowd come out and join them.
Eric, I'm going to give you your turn, damn it, because how dare you step over Jay like you just did? That was rude.
I apologize.
Good try, kid.
Jay.
Got to speed up a
No,
little bit.
listen, Jay, though, but much to what you just said, and it's not what I'm going to say, so give me a couple minutes. You said Staying Alive to Bruno Mars, right? Gets the 70s and, the newer. Yeah, I think personally would be Staying Alive and maybe Blurred Lines because it's got that Marvin Gaye feel, and it would still get everybody up there.
I just think the speed would be different, like 104.
Well, it may be, but you're the quick mixer, dude. Okay, you can get it.
He doesn't quick mix, but he beat mixes everything. It's the law.
Well, he does. He does.
You're talking about 72 BPM. I've slowed down to 73 just to match.
Well, you could go that half, or whatever you call it.
No, that's when I do Cupid Shuffle at 140, and at the end mix in Soulja Boy
at 70.
At 70, and just put a loop.
Yeah. I get it.
And get cranked out.
Yeah. So, Eric, are there visual cues that you look for?
And you know what? And don't laugh, don't make fun, but I will look at the audience, right? And I will personally spot a couple or a male or whatever. Sure. And I'll say to myself, if I don't get them up on the floor tonight, I failed. And it may sound stupid to you.
No,
guys,
it's profiling. I do the whole time. I think they'll like this. I think they'll get up.
Yeah. And
do you ever ask them what they want to hear? Do you ever go to
I don't. I never approach them. And that's the game I play with myself.
I love that, Eric. That's awesome.
No, seriously.
I'm being dead serious.
But meanwhile, also looking around the room to get the rest of them up like we all do. Yeah. We read the room. But my goal is to get that couple up.
Yeah.
Despite, yeah. And that's a little game I play myself at every gig. Yeah.
Brian, what you say? You had something.
No, I was just going to say, I attended a wedding last Saturday, my cousin's wedding.
Oh, so you got to watch a DJ. That had to be awesome.
And actually it was enjoyed it.
I would think you would have.
Yeah.
And we all judged another DJ, but I mean, I thought he was very good.
Good.
But,
do we know him?
I kind of know him. He works at a DJ store in New Jersey.
Do we know him, you think? You don't have to say his name.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has ever been to a show.
Oh, okay.
and he was playing really great music. And when I was talking to him before the event, he had a list there, only a couple songs on it. So he was basically working off of memory or something. I don't know. And my cousin, the female, her husband, he basically took care of the wedding. It was like his show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like he was taking the mic all night long and singing along with songs all night, dancing all night. So that was very rare that the groom was the one in control that night.
Yeah, that is true. I've had a couple of those, and they're fun.
I mean, I think the alcohol was playing part of it too. But
yeah.
Is this John's wedding?
No.
We know nothing about alcohol.
But and the music wise, it was like I picked a couple of songs out. He was using techniques, and I could hear him cue up the song. And I knew exactly what song was coming up. So it's
right.
But
what Debbie Gibson song did you request?
No, I didn't request anything. Didn't request one thing all night.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he was playing everything from Bob Marley to he played 99 Red Balloons.
Nice.
I gotta.
I love it.
I've got to ask. What did you, as a DJ, who, in my opinion, is a very good DJ, Brian Kay?
Yes.
Because I don't get to go to wedding. I haven't been to a wedding in like 25 years. What did you learn walking out, watching another person that does the job you do? What did you walk away with?
Great.
Well, the question I was going to ask is, did you pick anything up musically or otherwise?
Music-wise, he plays stuff I would play, but just his transitions were phenomenal.
Did you get any ideas?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you walk away with anything, basically?
Like, damn, I've never tried 99 Red Balloons for the memorial dance for Grandma. I never tried that, but it worked.
Like Grandma was out there dancing all night, too.
Nice.
I was surprised.
I can't, did you walk away with anything?
Yeah, Grandma was 53, so I think we should be clear on age.
This happens sometimes.
The groom was, my cousin's 55. The groom, I think, was 58.
Whoa.
His second marriage. It was second marriage.
Oh, okay. So Grandma was 90 then. Okay.
Right.
Even more impressive, she went to Red Balloons.
But there was
someone's grandma, not theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, the age was, I say, 40 and up.
How many people?
Around 120, 100.
That's a good crowd.
It's a nice crowd.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
But are you going to do anything different at another event? Did you walk away and go, man, I loved how he did that. I'm going to copy it?
Right.
He did a couple things that we always say not to do, and they worked. Were a lot of ladies and gentlemen, and at this time, and they all worked.
Yeah.
Well, they all say that.
I was shocked.
I
was waiting to hear something different, and he didn't say anything different.
Yeah.
That's a great observation. Because I'm terrible at ladies and gentlemen at this time. I try desperately every wedding to not do that. And I
know, but it slips out, right?
It slips out all.
He still introduces gay couples as the bride and groom. He can't help himself.
No,
He's on autopilot.
I write bride and bride or groom and groom in big letters.
How about the newlyweds?
Don't.
Dave and Steve.
Well, that's what I start with. Yeah, I do newlyweds. But at some point, if I ever have to say bride and bride or groom and groom, man, it's written out. I had that couple last October. She would have kicked all of our butts in a fight, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but at that point, why didn't you just do name and name instead of...
Well, that's what you do, but I've said this before as a very quick takeaway. When I've done same-sex weddings, I've always said I flip the names, meaning if I introduce, here they are, the newlyweds, John and Jim. When I then say their names again, I say, I'd like to invite Jim and John over to do this.
Yeah.
And I flip them every time so I don't give one dominance over the other.
I do that with traditional couples as well.
By the way, can I ask the question?
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Can I ask the question while we're on weddings? I'm looking at my wedding in 2 weeks. When did it... if this gets emails, my name is John Young at Disc Jockey News TV.
Before you get into that, let's just say that this show is brought to you by DJ Event Planner. They're we don't deserve their sponsorship, but we have it. Thank you for it.
That's how we say
more about them. If you look at the description of the video here on YouTube, Thank you,
They're
DJ
awesome.
Event Planner, for being one of our channel sponsors. With that out of the way, go ahead and get your sponsorship taken away, Jay, with whatever you're
When people get married, it's a bride and groom. We always say bride and groom. But when it comes to introductions, and it might just be the old-fashioned world I live in, you tend to introduce a bride as married to a groom, meaning the bride took the groom's name, so it's Mr. and Mrs.
Sometimes.
It seems like most.
I gotta clarify it.
Well, let's clarify this. I have yet to ever introduce Mrs. and Mr. Not once, ever once.
Oh, no.
But more importantly, every bit of paperwork I get and every sign and every billboard and everything is like, hey, congratulations, Aubrey and Mitchell, Sally and John. And it's just funny to me because they stick to the old-fashioned Mr. and Mrs., which is who they are. But everywhere you look, it's the bride's name first. And I'm kind of like, it seems like a more recent change. I was Jay and Michelle, and I am Jay and Michelle.
Yeah.
And I've never been introduced as Michelle. Like, yeah, some people might say, hey, it's Michelle and Jay. That's fine. But at the wedding, we were Mr. and Mrs. It was Jay and Michelle. Like, so do you guys, and my question is, do you guys ever introduce brides and grooms as, here they are, you know, not Brian, Blanca and Brian, or, you know.
I will ask them specifically how they would like to be introduced, because I definitely don't want to screw that up.
No, neither do I.
I don't
have
know.
Them say it.
I don't know if she's taking his name, if he's taking her name.
Right.
I don't know. So
no, and
I
that's
ask
fair.
them. I gotta every time.
But after that,
do you want the Mr. and Mrs. part, or do you just want Jay and Michelle Brennan? Do you want just Jay and Michelle, or newlyweds Jay and Michelle? What do you want?
I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah.
Right. That's my point.
Clarify every time.
After that, how do you refer to them for the rest of the night?
However they want to be.
You say the bride and the groom, or the
I don't have one in front of me.
I think I personally would mix it up. I would mix it
use
up
their names
throughout the night. Yeah.
You do, but is there an order that you stick to? Like, if you say it's time for the cake cutting, I want to invite. Oh, you do, for a bride and a groom. Okay.
Yeah, I flip it. Yeah.
I'll say let's get Sarah and John up here for the cake cutting or whatever.
Tom and Rose at wedding. Yeah.
I asked them specifically how they would like to be introduced. And for instance, if it's Mr. and Mrs. Jay and Michelle Brennan, then I might say Michelle and Jay would like to invite everybody onto the dance floor later on in the evening, or I may go back to the Jay and Michelle, or the Michelle and Jay. Are
you conscious about the flip?
I am, and the reason I am is I am because I remember, man, when my sister got married, my youngest sister got married, who's older than me. I was probably about 15. I was at the
Nobody is older than you.
Pardon?
Go ahead.
But he's my youngest sister. I have a sister who's much older. She's the youngest of the two.
His older sister's 12 years older.
Yeah. So, this one's like 7 years older than me. But anyway, when she got married, it was so weird for me to hear whoever was making the announcements, Vic and Denise, because we always said Denise and Vic. And I'm sure his family said Vic and Denise.
Sure.
So it was odd to me that that stuck with me. I'm like, that's going to be weird for some people to hear, especially her side, if it's a traditional Mr. and Mrs., to hear his name first all the time. It's got to be odd and disorienting. So let's flip it once in a while so it feels more natural. So that's why I do it.
Yeah.
It's my weird, way too much information explanation on that one. But I'm hyper aware of that, actually.
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
Flipping is great.
Yeah.
There are times I will say the bride and groom, and I will give her that. I will give her hey, the bride and groom would like to invite you out because it flows. It's the bride and groom, but yet it's Mr. and Mrs. And it seems like, even on my paperwork tonight, it's the bride's name before the groom's name, but she's taking his name because I looked at the announcement and it's like Mr. and Mrs. Deshant.
The reason I don't say bride and groom, honestly,
I want to know.
It sounds canned. It sounds like I say it every event.
It sounds generic.
And I don't even have to know their names. If I say their names, it's intimate and personal. If I say the bride and groom, it's generic and it, fill in the blank.
That's right.
This is
That's
make
right.
a wedding just like last week and the week before and next week. So I try to make it personal.
I
It's
agree
my
with
style.
you.
It's not.
Right.
It's not a right or wrong. It's
No,
just
no.
a
And I was
style.
going to say it's a
And,
style thing.
yeah.
Because I have no issue with occasionally in the night saying bride and groom.
And that's fine. Just like if
Yeah.
you say, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I don't care. I just ain't doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
May I share
Hey,
just
you know
one
what?
quick thing?
This is the
Yes.
one downfall of the industry where we do the comparatives, but it's more should be
Yeah.
about learning and not comparing.
You can say something
Yes.
before we go.
No, I just want to share one. The only time I ever say the bride and groom at a wedding is when they're doing the cake.
You know what?
Because go ahead, Brian.
No, go ahead. I'm
please.
listening.
But during this, part of the wedding, I will say the bride will be the groom. The groom will be the bride.
Sure.
The bride will kiss the groom. The groom will kiss the bride. And the only reason out of all my years of doing weddings, because I'll end it and say, now the bride will kiss the DJ, and I'll run over. And everybody just goes into tears. But now, if I had to do name, or I probably
Screw it up.
I almost said something I shouldn't.
Damon didn't even screw it up this time.
No, Damon's a good man, yeah. But that's the only reason why I'll do, or only occasion I'll do bride and groom.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I actually do refer to bride and groom if I'm doing more traditional garter bouquet things.
Okay. Yeah, that's roughly when I would do it as
too.
well.
Yeah.
And I don't say the bride and groom. I will say our bride and groom.
Yes.
It's a little different. It's stupid. It's a little thing, but I will say our bride and groom. They belong to us. They're our people tonight. Instead of the bride and groom, there's I like our better, but that's just me. Great show, guys.
Speaking of brides, Tom's bride is
Tom's still married.
Yes,
Yeah.
got married over the weekend.
Yes,
Congratulations. Again.
We did.
Congratulations, Mrs. and Mr. Tom, Rosa and Tom.
Yeah.
Or is it Tom and Rose?
Good night, everybody.